What beginners should be learning about bodybuilding? We see all of the commercials on television about diet and exercise plans to help you get those rock-hard abdominal muscles that everyone wants to have. But there is one way to get these toned muscles that is not usually advertised on television, and it is probably the best way possible: bodybuilding. This is just one of the many reasons that people get into bodybuilding. If you are new to this sport, there are all kinds of things you will want to learn about bodybuilding, including various exercises, how often to work out, how long workouts should be, and much more. And if you are already considering getting into bodybuilding, you probably already have a lot of questions that you plan to ask a trainer at your local gym, or one of your friends who is already into bodybuilding. Bodybuilding has been popular for many decades, and it is becoming more and more popular, and not just with men either. Today, you will find many women taking part in the sport of bodybuilding, and there are many competitions that are geared specifically for women bodybuilders. Bodybuilding is a great way to get into shape and maintain a perfect body that is in perfect health. But it is also important to remember that you can overdo it, especially in the beginning, when you are really eager to get started on building your muscles. You can't rush anything, and you can't expect to see results overnight. Have patience and take your time, and you will soon begin to see the fruits of your labor. Getting started with bodybuilding, one of the first things you will need to learn about bodybuilding is how to do all of the exercises safely. Many, such as bench presses, may often require you to have a buddy or a trainer with you as a spotter, especially if you are lifting extremely heavy weights. It is always a good idea to work out with someone anyway, in case you have any problems, or do happen to end up with some sort of an injury. You need to know your limits and not push yourself. The old adage "no pain, no gain" can be quite a harmful one to live by, and if you push yourself too hard, you are putting yourself at risk for a number of injuries, including muscle strains and ligament tears. Start out with light weights, and work your way up to the heavier ones in stages so that you do not risk injuring your muscles and joints. If you are just starting out, it is a good idea to get yourself a personal trainer, or visit with a trainer at your local gym or health club. This way, you will know that you are going to learn how to do all of the exercises the right way so as not to cause yourself any injuries. And it helps to know how to do the exercises, especially if you are at a gym, not only because of the risk of injury, but also because you do not want to look foolish in front of the more experienced bodybuilders. Why people are crazy about bodybuilding? People get into bodybuilding for all kinds of different reasons. For a lot of people, it is simply to get themselves into better shape. And in many cases, these same people enjoy it so much that they take their workouts to the next level and really get into bodybuilding, sometimes even entering into competitions. Sometimes, bodybuilding is a way for people to gain some self-confidence, especially if they have always been skinny, and perhaps even picked on by bullies, which is just as common with adults as it is with kids. Bodybuilding appeals to many different people for just about as many different reasons, and no matter what the reason is for your interest in bodybuilding, you are putting yourself on the track to excellent health and a firm, well-toned muscular body. All about bodybuilding and diets. When you decide to get into bodybuilding, you will probably need to begin making some significant dietary changes. You are going to need to consume many more calories than before, and you will need to get many of these calories from foods that are rich in protein. When you are getting into bodybuilding, you need to follow a diet that will help you to burn body fat while allowing you to gain muscle. You may actually want to start eating smaller meals but have many more meals throughout the day than you normally would. And you need to make sure that every meal you eat has the 3 essential macronutrients: carbohydrates, fats, and proteins. There are many different and delicious foods that you can have in a bodybuilding diet, and contrary to what many television shows and movies portray, you do not have to drink raw eggs in order to get your protein. There are many healthy foods that you can add to your diet, including whole grains, dairy products, red meat, poultry, fish, beans, rice, and a whole lot more. Unlike dietaries who often need to have low-fat dairy products, you can enjoy the full-fat products that taste so wonderful. And in addition to eating healthy foods, you should also consider using certain dietary supplements, such as vitamin pills and protein supplements. There are many different types of protein supplements available that bodybuilders use both prior to and after workouts. The before-workout supplements need to be supplements that are light and not overly filling, and there are many protein snacks that will do nicely. Protica has a number of delicious treats that are very popular with bodybuilders, as well as many other people who are looking to get more protein in their diets. There is protein candy, which will also help diminish cravings for sweet treats, as well as FruiTasiaT and Nutri-Gum, which you can chew all through your workouts. For more information about protein supplements available from Protica, you can find them online at www.protica.com.